Welcome to IELTS Success. Here we'll explain how you should use this site. First, listen to a lecture from the lecture hall and take notes. Make sure you note down all the important points the teacher mentions. General training candidates should listen to the following lectures: IELTS listening exam, IELTS speaking exam, IELTS writing exam task 2, IELTS general writing task 1 and IELTS general reading exam. Academic candidates should listen to IELTS listening exam, IELTS speaking exam, IELTS writing exam task 2, IELTS academic writing task 1 and IELTS academic reading exam. Once you've listened to a lecture and taken notes, you revise and memorize the important points for that lecture. You should repeat steps 1 and 2 for every lecture. Next, revise all your lecture notes you have written. You should also read the sample answers in the library for the writing and speaking lectures, as this will give you an idea of how to answer exam questions. Once you have finished revising all your lecture notes, you should take the end of course test in the library. You need 80% to pass the test. Anything below this will be a fail and means that you haven't learnt the necessary skills to do well in the IELTS exam. You should keep retaking the end of course test until you pass. Please note there are 2 versions of this test. One for academic candidates and the other for general training candidates. Once you have passed the end of course test, you should do all the practice exams in the examination hall, making sure you use the skills you've learnt from the lectures. You should keep retaking the end of course test while you do the practice exams. This will let you know how well you remember the lectures. If you do get below 80%, then revise your notes again and make sure that you pass before continuing with the practice exams. After completing the practice exams and consistently passing the end of course test, you need to read the advice in the Advice Centre. Here you'll find tips on what you can do before the day of your exam. Once you've finished with the Advice Centre, you're ready for IELTS. That's the end of this lecture.